In a library scenario, idempotence in TransactWriteItems operations ensures that executing the same transaction multiple times has the same effect as executing it once. This property is crucial for ensuring data consistency and preventing unintended consequences in the system. Here's how TransactWriteItems idempotence can be applied in a library scenario. Borrowing books. When a patron borrows multiple books, the transaction can include write operations to decrement the available quantity of each borrowed book in the inventory table and record the borrowing transaction in the transaction history table. Idempotence ensures that if the transaction is executed multiple times, e.g., due to network issues or retries, the result remains the same. The specified quantity of each book is decrement, and the borrowing transaction is recorded exactly once. Returning books. When a patron returns multiple books, the transaction can include write operations to increment the available quantity of each returned book in the inventory table and update the return status in the transaction history table. Idempotence ensures that if the return transaction is executed multiple times, the inventory quantity is incremented by the same amount each time, and the return status is updated consistently across all executions. Managing patron accounts. When updating patron account information, such as changing contact details or updating borrowing limits, the transaction can include write operations to update the corresponding patron records in the patron account table. Idempotence ensures that if the update transaction is repeated, the patron's account information remains consistent, and any changes made during the first execution are not inadvertently overridden or duplicated. Reserving books. When a patron reserves multiple books, the transaction can include write operations to decrement the available quantity of each reserved book in the inventory table and record the reservation details in the reservation table. Idempotence ensures that if the reservation transaction is retried, the same reservation details are recorded, and the inventory quantities are decremented consistently across all executions. Processing book orders. When processing orders for new books or restocking existing books, the transaction can include write operations to update the inventory quantities and log the order details in the order history table. Idempotence ensures that if the order processing transaction is executed multiple times, the inventory quantities are updated by the same amount, and the order details are recorded consistently without duplicate entries. By ensuring idempotence in TransactWriteItems operations for various scenarios in the library system, you can maintain data consistency and integrity, even in the face of network issues, retries, or failures. This guarantees that each transaction has a predictable and consistent outcome, regardless of how many times it is executed.